Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I present to you another bullpup. This is the FN P90. The P90 is made by a company called FN Herstel, which is a Belgium company, and the P90 is chambered in FN 57 by 28 millimeters. So it's basically a submachine gun in the bullpup configuration, and it's also a PDW. The PDW is a personal self-defense weapon. I mean personal defense weapon, but personal self-defense weapon still works because it's used for self-defense. So yeah. Other than that, so in the intro you could see I was wearing gloves. Those gloves, I actually bought them a few years back because I was into free running and parkour and stuff like that. But the right now I can't really go out and do that, can I? So I just found them lying in my room, and I thought I could use them for these videos since they look cool and they're pretty comfortable. So enough of that, we're gonna move on to the gun. So this is the P90. You can see that the handle is different. It has the thumbhole stock, and here's the handle grip, if you may call it. Here's the, you could call it the I don't really remember what you call it, but basically you use your other hand to hold this so the gun can be more stable when you fire it. So yeah, as you can notice, it has a few stud variations in the front and this side. It's all 4 studs wide, and up here, this whole section up here and part of this is 6 studs wide, and back here is 5 studs wide. So I basically did the same thing as the other bullpup that I built, the same technique, almost the same technique, but it's a bit different because well, it's almost the same. You get what I mean. Since we're talking about the bottom section right now, I'll show you the ejection port. This is the ejection port, this hole right here. Since the magazine is loaded in from the top, how it works is the bullet comes in here. So here until here is the entire barrel. Oh wait, no. The barrel is like, I think almost like this. And the back here is the chamber, which chambers the bullets. So every gun, when you fire it, it needs to eject the bullet casings. So since the bullet is going down, the bullet casings come out from the bottom. So this makes it ambidextrous. So basically the whole gun is ambidextrous. You can use it if you're left-handed or you're right-handed, doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'll show you the other ambidextrous parts later, but moving on, we have the trigger. It's the spring isn't really strong enough. Sometimes it gets stuck. Oh, now it's working. Sometimes, yeah, it gets stuck in the back. It doesn't really come back fully, but yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. Basically, it's almost the same design as the other bullpup I built. You can notice that it's almost the same trigger design with a little bit of change. Mostly the changes you can't see, they're inside the grip and this top section here, but that doesn't really matter. Here's the, what do you call it, the fire selector. It's supposed to be able to swivel, but mine doesn't really work. Well, it can move a little bit, if you can see. It just wiggles a bit, but on the real gun, it's supposed to go from left to right and stay in the middle. I don't really remember which position is full auto, safety, and semi-auto. I don't really remember, but just know that the safety is over here. I mean, fire selector. Sometimes get those things wrong, but they're essentially the same but on some guns it's called the safety. Some guns it's called, well, you know, some guns only have two modes, which is safety and fire. Safety is when it's unable to fire, and fire basically means you can fire it. So yeah, moving on, I guess we'll talk about the back section up here. Down here there's nothing special other than it's being 5 studs. Here's the ambidextrous, this is the ambidextrous mag release. It uses a spring, so in total it uses 2 springs in this build. One spring here, one spring here. So basically you push it back and it goes back forward. Alright, so you could see that I inserted the mag during the intro, but I'll just show you how it works because I think it doesn't really show a lot in the intro. So basically when you pull this back, you're able to pull the entire mag up and you pull it out from there. And as you can see, there are slopes here and there's a hole in here. If you can see, hopefully you can see it, the hole in here. So basically what you do is you just insert the mag into that hole here, and now you just press it down. Because of the slopes, you can just push it down. You don't need to hold this back in order to put it in. You can just, you know, some people reload it, or you know, sometimes you see it in games, they just put the mag in like this and just smack it down. It works with my model, pretty stable. So yeah, whoops, speaking of stable, this thing right here on top definitely isn't really stable because you know, the top is actually pretty heavy and the sides holding it up isn't really stable. So that's one thing I'm not really proud of on the build. Alright, next ambidextrous feature is the, well, probably the last ambidextrous feature, if I'm saying, is the charging handle on the bolt, whatever you want to call it. Oh, now the rubber band doesn't really want to work, but yeah, in the intro you can see it goes back entirely. It works on this side as well. For some reason it doesn't want to go back fully again. It worked just now in the intro, but whatever. So you can see that it's ambidextrous. When I pull the other side, it goes back. So yeah, the barrel is built like so, with the Technic pins and stuff. I think this is not called the Technic pin, but it's a Technic part. I think it's called the axle. Don't really remember because I don't really use. I use Technic in some of my builds, but I don't really know what they're called. I think this is called the axle. So basically, you know, it goes through the entire exposed barrel, and there's a stud in there. If you can see it, hopefully you can, but it's pretty dark. Yeah, you can see that hole. It's in the cross shape, and basically you just stick it in, and it's pretty stable. It doesn't really fall out or anything. So yeah, that's about it for the P90. Oh wait, something else I kind of forgot to show you. This I don't really know if it's accurate. I don't, because most of the pictures I use for reference aren't really, they don't really show the iron sights on top of this, so this might not be accurate. But if you can see, there's a hole. I guess I'll change it to another perspective to show you the iron sights. Alright, and we're back, so I'll try my best to show you the iron sights. If you can see, so there's a hole in the front and the back, so you can see through it. So that's basically the iron sights. Okay, so yeah, again, I don't really know if that's accurate, but if you know the P90 very well, please tell me if the iron sights are wrong, because I really want to know. Because I see a lot of variants and I don't really see, well, this variant, it doesn't show the iron sights, but I think there are iron sights on this version. But yeah, if you know anything about the P90, please tell me about it. I would like to learn about it. So yeah, that's about it for the gun. I'm gonna take off the gloves now because they're actually pretty hot. Alright, so video is practically ended, but I have a few things to talk about that are not really related to the gun, so thank you if you're still here. So, one of my videos, the double barrel shotgun. You guys seem to like double barrel shotguns a lot. You can tell by the amount of views that video is getting. I think it's about 6.4k views, which is like 6,400 something views. So thank you guys a lot for that. So oh yeah, now the channel is reaching, it's already at 85 subscribers, I think. Also thank you guys for that as well. Please remember that I will do 100 subscriber special, so if you guys want to see that earlier, get some friends, get some family, introduce them to my channel if you want, but if you don't want, that's okay. So yeah, do whatever you want. If you want to like the video, do that. If you don't want, then don't do it. Just do what you want, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.